want you to think about when you start something new, whether it's in your fitness program, whether it's in your relationship with Christ, whether it's in your family life, whether it's even in your business. There's people that are interested in making changes in your life. Then there's people that are committed. But then there's another gear, obsession. If you think of in fitness, the people that I think that were obsessed, that I can think of that come off the top of my head, might be the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants getting up before anybody even gets up, even the Steph Currys, right? They become obsessed, almost where there's nothing that's gonna stop. But then there's those people that are interested. I'm just interested in getting physically fit. And they talk about it and they start the New Year's resolution and they do all these things in life, but there's just this little interest. And then it surely fades away. There's not even a commitment. A commitment doesn't know time, it makes time. Somebody who's committed doesn't come up with the excuse that they didn't have time to do it. You know, when I think about my adventures in dentistry, you know, there's people that are interested in being a dentist, but then there's people that are committed. No matter what happens, no matter what struggles they might face, they will do everything possible. They're committed to getting it done. There's this commitment level of excellence that they must achieve or obtain. You look at great athletes, like I said, what separates really the men from the boys or the women from the little girls? And it's all the time they put in off the ice or off the floor, how they're working out, how they're eating, how they're working on their craft. They become a little bit committed / obsessed. They become obsessed of being the best in the world. And the reason why most people fail is they're just interested. They're just interested of maybe having a business, but they don't want to commit to it and are obsessed of how to really achieve it. They don't learn all the crafts and all the things that they need to really become great at it. They're interested in being a parent, but not committed or obsessed with being a great parent. They don't sacrifice any time they need to sacrifice to get to what it is that they want to do. They're interested in being a great husband or a father, but they're not committed or obsessed. They're interested of having a relationship with Christ, but they're not committed to trying to live up to that every single day. They're not obsessed. That's why there's 99% of the people aren't really successful. They're just interested in it. They're not really committed of having the body they've always wanted to. They don't become obsessed of doing things every single day to be the best version of themselves. My wife and I joke, early on, there's things you think of and things change as you go through life, but I kind of become obsessed of being a great husband and a great father. Like there's a part of me that's obsessed to making sure that all their needs are met. There's a part of me that's obsessed of trying to push myself to a limit. And people ask me, like when I've written books, how did you possibly have the time, I love that word time, to write books? I'm always going to tell people, man, no matter what you want, if you're truly committed, you'll make it happen. If you're truly committed, you'll make it happen. I'm so sick and tired of husbands and wives or people saying they don't have enough time for each other. Man, if you're committed, you're going to make the time. Oh, life's too busy, we can't have physical touch or contact. Man, if you're committed, you're going to make it happen. It's no different than in business. I don't have the time to start my own business. Well, you're not committed enough to start your own business. Make the time. When I was writing my books, I utilized every time possible. That's why I coined the phrase, commitment doesn't know time, it makes time. Like I didn't eat lunch because I had an hour window where all I did was commit to, ready? This is how easy it was to write a book. I committed to an hour a day for 12 days. I wrote 12 chapters in 12 days. An hour. An hour, that's all I did was focus on one chapter. I didn't try to write the whole book in a day. I wrote a chapter a day and eventually just build upon itself. Like you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go insane. You just have to be committed to getting something done. You want to run a marathon? Okay, what is it going to take for you to do it? And commit to doing it. Most of us lie. We don't even have integrity within ourselves. We say we want something, but we're not committed or even becoming obsessed to getting it done. Even myself, I feel like I kept telling myself, I'm going to do an Ironman. Man, really? I haven't done it yet. Why? Because I must not be committed enough and I must not be obsessed enough to making it happen. So look at things in your life when you're not making it happen. I'll be honest with you, you just have an interest. You're not committed. Let's just cut the bullshit. You're just not committed. You're not obsessed of making it happen. Because I've never seen somebody who wasn't committed or obsessed that didn't make things happen. I mean, I use this all the time. Even a drug addict with no money will find drugs. A mother with no money will find a way to feed their kids. They're committed to it. So the things you're not accomplishing in life, it's really simple. You're just interested. You're not committed. You're not obsessed. You don't really want to be the best. You say you want to be the best. You talk. You don't really want to be committed to the final outcome. You're committed to your existing life. You don't really want change because you're afraid of change and you won't change. You're not committed to change. The only way to grow is through change. So when things aren't working out in your life and you don't really know what it is, what are you committed to? What are you obsessed about? I mean, when I became a dentist, it had to become an obsession. It had to be a commitment. You don't go 8 years of schooling, having no money, robbing Peter to pay Paul, if you will, sometimes not even eating, commuting back and forth for 4 years, sleep on 2 hours of sleep. You don't make that happen without a commitment or an obsession. You got to be able to see the end goal, and that has to be your driving force. If you're struggling in your personal life, who is it that you must become and become committed and obsessed of becoming that version of yourself. Any time, any single person commits to something, they will achieve it. If you want a great relationship with your wife or your husband, you commit to it, it will happen. You make the time. You obsess about making the time, it'll happen. If you want your business to thrive and grow, you must become obsessed and committed to learning every nuance in that business. Everyone says, well, I'm not a CPA. You better learn CPA. You better learn P&Ls and balance sheets. Well, I don't know tax codes. Well, you better learn the tax codes. You better learn how to save it. You got to become obsessed. You want to be great in finances, you got to be obsessed and be the lab letter learning that every single day. You got to be able to think for yourself. But most people can't even lead themselves. They won't even commit to their final outcome. They won't even commit to putting something in a journal every single day of what is it they want to accomplish. They won't even commit every single day to go and get what they want, but yet they're going to say life didn't work out for me. At the end of the day, you're just interested in being great. You're not committed. You're just interested in losing that weight. You're not committed. You're just interested in having that relationship with your kids or your wife. You're truly not committed. You're just interested in having income and flourishes of financial and abundance. You're not committed, let alone obsessed. It's the people that are committed and the people that are obsessed with whatever it is they want to accomplish that will crush your dream. That's why only 1% of the people are truly committed and obsessed. But yet we'll sit back and go, why can't that be me? It's not fair. Life's not fair. Really? The sacrifices that people make to get to where they want to go, you don't even know about. The sacrifices and the commitment that they show every single day to be the best of themselves and become obsessed with being great, you don't see that. Instead of judging other people, look within your lens. And when things aren't working out in your life, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Are you interested? Are you committed? Or are you obsessed? The people that are committed and obsessed in winning this game of life will win. Which one are you?